Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise to speak on this motion in relation to Medicare, and I thank the member for Solomon for giving me the opportunity to speak on this very important motion. As 2024 marks 40 years since the introduction of Medicare, this is an appropriate time for us as Australians to acknowledge that Medicare has been transformative in the area of public health, but it is also, Deputy Speaker, an opportunity for us to look at how much better we can do in this space. And I particularly want to talk about my electorate of Hughes, which is down in the Sutherland shire, southern Sydney, and also now into southwest Sydney. Deputy Speaker, this motion, and I have sat here for 2.5 years now and heard this government talk about the fact that they now have more GPs, and I heard the member for Paterson mention that as well. That may be the experience in her electorate. It is certainly not the experience in my electorate, Deputy Speaker, and it is certainly not the experience that in my electorate there is more bulk billing occurring. There has been between a 20% and 30% drop in bulk billing in 2.5 years in the Sutherland Shire and in the southwest Sydney under this Labor government, under Minister Butler. And I've done the research on this, Deputy Speaker, and I'd be very happy to again send Minister Butler the names of every single GP practice within my electorate that no longer bulk bills. And we return as well to the motion and also to the position of those in government that say that you have increased the number of GPs. In Wattle Grove Family Medical Practice, which is in my electorate, Deputy Speaker, and it serves the local area, it has over 3,000 patients on its books, and Dr John Stanford and I have been advocating to the Health Minister on this issue, to no avail. He refuses to meet with me on this and refuses to assist my patients. My electorate, many of those patients are veterans' families because the medical centre is located in Holsworthy. It simply requires a change of designation from inner metropolitan to outer metropolitan, and that would be enough to restore a GP, a registrar, to that practice. And so, Deputy Speaker, while I have all the respect in the world for the honourable member for Solomon, it would be helpful perhaps if he could have a talk to the Health Minister to find out why it is that the Health Minister does not care about my electorate there around Holsworthy and Wattle Grove. And, Deputy Speaker, while we are talking about this government not caring, I want to talk about vision health in southwest Sydney, particularly in and around Campbelltown Hospital. I have similarly written to the State Health Minister on this and also the Federal Health Minister. What has happened in southwest Sydney, Deputy Speaker, is that formerly optometrists could refer patients with glaucoma and cataracts for surgery to the Sydney Eye Hospital. That has been cut under this government. And this government further has said not only can optometrists not refer them to the Sydney Eye Hospital, has to go to Liverpool Hospital, and the referral can only be through a GP or an ophthalmologist. So there are people in my electorate around southwestern Sydney who cannot afford to go and see an ophthalmologist or have to wait months and months, sometimes years, to see one. And so, Deputy Speaker, people in my electorate are losing their vision because this government has changed its position on vision health in southwestern Sydney. And I particularly want to thank Clinton Maynard on 2GB. I was speaking to him the other morning at about 4:30. He's similar insomniac to me. And lastly, I want to talk, Deputy Speaker, about pelvic pain clinics. I acknowledge that this government has established some pelvic pain clinics for women. I've been advocating for a pelvic pain clinic for women where endometriosis, menstrual pain, menopause and all of the PSOS and all of the many other issues that are unique to women could be dealt with in the one place. I have been told that my electorate, they can go to Mittagong. Mittagong is 90 kilometres from the centre of my electorate. They can go to Leichhardt. From Macquarie Fields to Leichhardt, that's more than 40 kilometres. This government must do better on Medicare, Deputy Speaker.
Authorised anywhere, Liberal Party, Sutherland.